Welcome back to Forbidden Tea. Here's your weekly sip of stories, laughs, and whatever else we're oversharing today. We're your hosts, Callie and Brian. Hi, Brian. What's up?
Hey, Callie.
Tell me your vibe of the week.
That's the vibe. I'm just like so tired because I've had dance stuff like all of this week, which has been so fun, but I am like dead. I literally slept until 11:45 yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
I'm tired, but I'm good.
There you go.
I've been trying to think of what I've been listening to. Honestly, I've been kind of listening to like club bangers and stuff to keep myself awake. It was like me at like midnight driving home last night from my performance, and I was just listening to like, do you know the Pursuit of Happiness song? Like,
Yes.
Yes,
I love that song.
I love that song, and so I've been clubbing out to that just by myself in my car. I've had to like go get McDonald's Sprite to keep myself awake.
Spicy.
And stuff. I love McDonald's Sprite. So yeah, anyways, that's probably the vibes this week. Just Pursuit of Happiness. Go, it's like the Steve Aoki remix, I think. Go check it out. It's a banger.
Yeah.
You won't stop. All right, what's your vibe?
I feel like I've been very rushed this week because I'm going on a trip next week, so I've been trying to clean my house as fast as I can and like get everything all sorted. And I don't know if you do this, but I like to plan out my outfits for trips.
I definitely do that.
So I've been like going through my closet and just trying to plan out my outfits. So that's my vibe. Just feeling rushed.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, I've been listening to like, okay, I started rewatching Off Campus a little bit.
I did too.
Okay, yeah, I started rewatching it a little, and so I've been listening to The Beaches. That's
Do you like
my
them?
songs. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You?
I haven't tried listening to them except for the show.
Okay.
And like it's fine in the show. I don't know. Like the one song is like fine. I think I need to actually go check them out. I just haven't really been in a mood to go explore new music lately, which is weird for me, but
I like them.
okay, maybe I'll check them out.
Would recommend.
All right.
Okay, well, anyways, we're excited for what we're talking about. I feel like we always are, but we watched Saltburn
For the first time.
for the first time ever.
Because when was that a thing? I feel like it was such a big thing, like what, like 4 years ago or something like that? Or was it even longer than that?
Look it up.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look up when it came out.
But I feel like it came out a while ago, but then
It came out in 2023. So it wasn't too long ago. So it was
wasn't even that
probably in
long
like
ago, so-
2024-ish that it was
Yeah.
like crazy.
so it's only like 2 years ago. Wow, my frame of reference is off. But yeah. And I don't know. I just like hear stuff about it and I was like, why would I want to watch that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you felt the same way, but
Yeah, I feel like my taste in movies and stuff has become more mature, I guess. Like, I feel like back then I would have been like, no, like, that's bad. Why would I watch that? But now I'm like, whatever. We'll just watch it.
we're just watching all of the crazy movies in the past like month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Callie, what were your thoughts?
Kate, Bree, and I were watching it, and we were both, like, losing brain cells. I feel like, I don't know, because I liked parts of it, but I would say I didn't like it, just because I don't really understand the plot. Like, he just wanted money.
Yeah, it really doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it just felt like it was the movie that never ends. We were sitting there and we're like, should we stop it? Should we keep going? Like, we have to finish it because I feel like the ending definitely kind of helped at least round out some of the details, but then it still like doesn't make a lot of sense. Even now, I'm trying to process it and I'm like, why would he do that? Or why did he do that? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And so we were just sitting there and we're just like, is it over yet?
Yeah. And there were just, obviously there's those scenes that everyone knows. The spicy scenes.
But they're not even spicy. They're
like
just
icky.
Okay, I have a question for you. Is that like actually like a fetish, or do you think it was more of just like an obsessive behavior to the fact that he had like no dignity, but he had to do something to act on his obsession that wasn't actually like doing anything to Felix?
Okay, we need to explain to them what happened. If you
Okay.
explain one of them, I'll explain the other. Because I'm thinking of two.
All right. Well, yeah, obviously there's the infamous bathtub scene.
Mm-hmm.
So, to provide context, I am so sorry to our listeners. It's weird for us too. So the main guy is Oliver, and he is a student at Oxford, supposedly in the early 2000s. It like threw me off because they would have like very old-fashioned timey things, and maybe that's just how Europe is, but then they'd throw in like Get Low and stuff like that, and it was like, what is happening? But supposedly it's framed in the early 2000s. Anyways, so Oliver claims that he is a only child and that his parents are like horrible people. He told people that his dad died like very tragically and that his mom was a drunk. Sorry, I'm providing a lot of context. Anyways, so then he became obsessed with Felix, and part of that obsession was like, I want to become your best friend. So then he's like telling Felix all these things, and so Felix is like, come stay with my family this summer since your family life is very bad. So then he did, and they like had a like, what's it called, like conjoining rooms or something like that.
Yeah,
where it's like two rooms next to each other, but they have a shared bathroom.
Yeah, it's like kind of what it's like kids' rooms kind of, and the bathroom's in the middle.
Yeah, but it was weird because you had to go through Felix's room to get to Oliver's room, right?
I don't know. I wasn't paying
how he was giving the tour was like, this is my room, here's the bathroom, and here's your room. And it didn't really look like there was another way out, but maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so one of these times, Oliver is walking by the bathroom, and he sees Felix masturbating in there.
In the tub.
In the tub, and he, like, just sits there watching him. I just hate how he would, like, sit there and watch things. Like, he would just be, like...
creepy.
Anyways, so then, after Felix gets out of the tub, he kind of, like, Oliver kind of hides himself, and then as the bathtub is draining, he goes and like slurps up the water and like licks the drain.
And it like, my thoughts were, imagine that actor acting that, and they're like, okay, you're gonna do this.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't.
Like, I couldn't imagine being an actor.
There's so many things, and I think watching all of these like crazy, more explicit things, it just makes me realize how insane you have to be an actor.
Okay, so anyways, back to your question.
Back to my
question.
Was
obsession, right?
Yes. Is it actually like love, or is it obsession and him just like acting on it? And like, are those things actually like kinks? Because at first, when I would first hear about it, I heard it was more of like a kink type thing. Here, you explain the other scenario, and then we should dive into this.
Okay, so spoiler, Ollie kills Felix,
Which
doesn't make sense. But fast forward to his funeral, he's buried, and it's like
a fresh
there's
burial
like yeah,
site.
fresh burial. So there's like fresh dirt on top, and it's raining, and Ollie's just there. It's just Ollie there, and he's crying over the grave, and he's like laying on it, and then
he's sobbing.
He's like
like uncontrollably,
uncontrollably sobbing. And it's raining, and he's all wet, and he takes his shirt off, and he lays back down on the grave, and then it's like such a long scene, and then he takes his pants off and just starts going at it with the grave. Like, I don't understand that.
No. Because when I first saw that, it was kind of like, oh, it's because he misses him. But honestly, like, if you hear of someone, like, jacking off on your grave, I almost feel like that's disrespectful, right?
Not even jacking off, but he was like putting his ding dong in the dirt.
He's like humping the grave. Literally. Like,
back to your thing about obsession. I think that's how his character is, though. Like, at first you're like, oh, he's like sweet and like whatever, and he misses his friend, he just likes his friend, and then it's like, oh, he's like actually kind of messed up.
Oh, for sure. And I don't know if you knew this, it was so obvious that he killed Felix. I had no doubt about it. Honestly, like, it just doesn't really make sense as to why, unless he was just so obsessed with Felix that he wanted to become him, because he did kind of try to take his place in the family and like take over the estate and everything, but I can't tell if it's just because he wanted to have that place for himself and like isolate himself in a giant castle, or if he was wanting to take Felix's life and like literally take it because he was so obsessed with him. Nothing makes sense.
He's dark and twisty inside.
Ugh.
Well, and like he didn't kill him on accident. He literally poisoned him.
Yeah.
Which brings me to another thing. Okay, I feel like we have to explain more of the movie before we go on, right?
Okay.
So what happens is, so Ollie's staying at Felix's like huge estate with his whole family, and it's Ollie's birthday, and they throw him a big birthday, which is actually a really weird birthday, but we'll get to that.
Honestly, though, it kind of looks like a fun party. I kind of want that party, but also the people in the movie are just too messed up to be doing stuff like that.
Yes.
But yes.
Yeah, so it's Ollie's birthday, and he like gets drunk, and then he follows Felix and this girl they have a big maze in their yard, like shrub maze, and he follows them into the maze, and Felix and the girl are like kissing and whatever, and then Ollie, well, I guess Felix is mad at him, huh?
Yeah, because so it's Ollie's birthday, and so Felix was like, hey, I know you have a hard time at home, but your mom called and she really misses you, so I think for your birthday we should just go by and say hi. And come to figure out that Ollie is like not in any sort of peril at all. His parents are fine. They love
They're
each
like
other.
normal parents that love him.
Yeah, his house is like a decent sized house. He has sisters and everything. So he had been lying about literally everything. So Felix was like, okay.
He was mad.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was, yeah. So Felix was like, hey, after your party tonight, you need to leave. And
So anyways, sorry, back to the maze. So they're in the maze, and Ollie comes up and he's like, I need to talk to you. And then he sends the girl away. And then Ollie has a bottle of alcohol with him or whatever it is. And they're like talking about stuff. And then he like shoves the bottle into Felix. And then Felix like takes a drink. And that's how he poisoned him. Like he slipped something in there. But my thoughts were, how come the girl didn't say anything? Because she like... If I was her, I would have been like, oh, hey, like, I saw him in the maze, like, right before he died. But I don't understand that.
Also, if you realize, every other character in that movie does not, like, bring up conflict. They just try to stay out of things. Like, even the mom, after her son died and literally, like, they were carrying his body by the window, she was like, so how's breakfast? Like, is breakfast good? So I feel like it almost is on brand for how everyone else is in that movie, because no one has any like sort of confrontation at all. And so I feel like the girl was honestly like, I want to not look like a victim. I don't know. That's kind of my understanding of it. It doesn't make sense, but it's kind of how I've come to terms with it.
I just don't understand how he didn't get caught.
No. Well, because Venetia knew. She technically found out. Well, I don't think she knew exactly, but she definitely suspected Ollie for sure. And same with Farley. But he kept getting Farley booted before anything could happen. I don't know.
Farley was a dick, though.
He was a dick. Yeah, I don't know.
I did think that part where Felix is, like, being carried by the window was so weird. Because the dad was like, everyone eat your breakfast. Like, how was the party last night? Did you guys have fun? And, like, I don't know. It's just kind of psycho.
Yeah, they were talking about the cake.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
And, like, Venetia's just sitting there and, like, keeps, like, pouring her glass and it's, like, overfilling. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. It's very dramatic.
Yeah.
I will say that. I do like how dramatic it is, you know?
Yeah, it definitely, like, towards the end of the movie, after, like, Felix dies and everything, I feel like it finally starts to get some momentum and I feel like I'm actually watching something. Before that, it was like, what the frick am I watching?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think Oliver was bi or gay?
Ooh. Well,
Because he made out with that one chick and tried hooking up with her, and I don't know if he was just trying to do that because he knew that Felix had hooked up with her and wanted to...
was that Felix's sister? I'm confused.
The first girl at the campus?
First girl. Oh, no. I was thinking of the other one.
Of Venetia?
Yeah, Venetia.
Venetia's his sister.
Okay.
Yeah, but he hooked up with that one girl.
Girl.
Yeah, he hooked up with the one girl who's the same actress as the Every Year After one. So he hooked up with her, but then she was like asking, like, she's like, do you think Felix will care? And he was like, I don't even think he'll notice. And of course that hurt her feelings. And so then
Yeah.
they stopped hooking up. So I don't know. I can't figure out if he's bi or gay because he also like kind of hooked up with Venetia. And I feel like you have to be
Hooked
a
up with her.
crazy good actor, like in person, to, especially if you're gay, to not be grossed out by period blood. Right?
I feel like a lot of guys don't really care that much, but
If you're gay, though,
yeah, so maybe he's bi or maybe he's just fluid. I don't know.
I can't figure it out. But then, of course, he's obsessed with Felix, but like, I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Because it's almost like he wanted to be Felix, but he also was like obsessed, like in love with him.
Yeah, because it was like a lustful obsession, but it was
Yeah.
also an obsession to the point where he literally killed him. So he must not like him that much. I don't know. But then he states when he's like talking to the mom, he's like, did I love him? Like, I loved everything about him. Like, I don't know. I cannot figure it out. So I was just curious what you thought.
Yeah. What did you think of that part when he's with Venetia and he's like, I'm a vampire?
Not gonna lie, I thought that was really gross. Because he like stuck it in there and then like he like put his fingers in her mouth, so she had to eat her own blood.
Yeah, for anyone
like,
that
put
doesn't
it
know,
over.
they like snuck outside. Well, she snuck outside. He saw her outside of his window. He went down there. They started getting freaky and did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just this just the scene after, he's like in the tub and he like sinks down and his mouth is all bloody.
Ugh, so gross. I don't know. I actually absolutely hate blood though. So that
I feel like
for
it's
me
just
was
gross.
just really gross.
I
But,
feel like it's just gross because that's like your body's trying to get rid of that. So like, don't eat it.
well, and then he's like, I'm a vampire. And I was like, ugh. I don't know. I don't know, but I was looking up some like conspiracies about this movie because like there were so many things that I just could not piece together. And I guess like the director put in like him subtly hinting that he's a vampire because I guess he did earlier in the film too. And it's because he literally like sucks the life out of everything and everyone. So it's supposed to be symbolic.
Okay.
Like him saying that. So like now that I know that, it kind of makes more sense, but it's still like ew.
Yeah, if you're going into it blind, I'd say it's like kind of a confusing movie.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways,
I just don't know why everyone was so seduced by him. Like, because we talked about this, like, Felix is hot because it's Jacob Elordi, duh.
Yeah.
But what's the actor's name? I don't even know.
I want to say it's like Brandon.
Yeah, whoever played Ollie.
He's an Irish actor. He's 5'8". He's tiny.
I do feel like his hair was bad in the movie, but I just don't find him attractive. And he was kind of creepy and quiet and shy the whole time. And I'm like, why is everyone so obsessed with him? Like, why are they all being seduced by him so easily?
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't understand how Farley, because Farley actually hated him. I don't understand how he got Farley to.
I forgot about that too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't understand that. I feel like
Ollie.
Venetia was just desperate for attention, and he literally, like, called her out on her weaknesses. So she was, like, emotionally raw, and he was like, I'm just gonna do you anyways. And then, okay, yeah, here's another question. Do we actually think Felix loved Oliver in that way, or do you think he just liked having a project?
I think he liked having a project. I think he liked having a project, and he maybe actually liked Ollie as a friend for a second.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I was kind of confused for a minute too, because it seemed like Ollie and the mom were getting along really well, and so I was like, oh, are they gonna like get together or something?
I thought they were too.
Yeah, and the mom is the one that tells Ollie about her daughter's eating disorder, and then he goes and like does all that stuff with the daughter, and then is like, you're gonna eat at breakfast, you're gonna like you have to eat. And so then he gets her to eat. So it's like, is he doing that because he wants to control her, or because it's like the mom told him that and he's doing that for the mom?
I don't know. I didn't think about that.
But no, he never ends up with her.
I totally thought he was going. I feel like we were saying back and forth like the whole movie. We're like, okay, here's where they hook up, you know?
Yeah.
Because like there were some crazy moments where it's like you would not say that to your friend's mom unless you were trying to get some.
Like literally hitting on her and calling her beautiful and whatever. What did he call her beautiful?
Something like that, but it was like in a weird way. Yeah, in a very flirty way. Not just like, because I feel like some people can be like, oh, hey, like, yeah, you look beautiful today, Mrs. So-and-so, but his was not respectful. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know.
I also just thought the mom was really annoying.
She was weird.
Hot take. She was really annoying. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I did not like her.
I don't know if she was annoying. She was just kind of like confusing. Like her character was very weird.
Well, and she was just so like invested and like would pry in his life before they knew that he was a liar and a psycho.
Right.
She like was like, Ollie, tell me everything about your parents and your family. Like, don't leave anything out. And it's like, why would you say that? Like, he doesn't want to talk to you about it.
Well, I think that's where Felix picks up his Project Child fixing nature is from her, because like is it their cousin or something at the very beginning, that one girl that like stayed with them that they were annoyed with, but they let her stay because she was supposedly in need or whatever. I don't know.
What was her name? Like Rosamund or something?
See, she bugged me.
Yeah, I do feel like their family is very like wants to come off as good hearted and stuff, but they're not. They just want to come off that way.
I don't know. It's just weird. It almost seems like they strive to find some sort of struggle. So they'll take on this project person and like their struggles are now their struggles become, they'll internalize it, and then also, but then they'll complain about that person. And so that person becomes their struggle. It's super weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can we talk about Ollie's birthday party though?
Yeah. What about it?
What was the theme? I don't remember.
I can't figure it out because they were all dressed up super weird. Because Ollie was dressed up as like what, a horse or something? No, he had moose antlers.
He was like a deer or something. Should I look up what the theme was?
Yeah, because I couldn't figure it out. Because is it like a forest theme? Because there was people dressed up as like fairies, and then there's people dressed up as like birds. It was weird. What was it?
Shakespearean and a Midsummer Night's Dream theme. So it's midsummer / fairy tale elements. So that makes sense, I guess, like midsummer. Yeah, that would make sense.
But I feel like no one dressed up actually I don't actually know what a Midsummer Night's Dream is about, though, so I guess I can't say anything about it. I don't know.
Weird. It was kind of a vibe.
It was like fun.
Like,
I would want to go to that party.
Yeah, it looked fun.
Yeah.
Other than Felix dying at the end.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird, but anyways, what else is there to talk about? I feel like there was so much, and now I can't think of anything. Oh, do you think that Oliver actually killed Sir James, like the dad? Because that's another thing. I don't think he did either. I think he just waited for time.
I think he was so close to getting what he wanted, and then all of a sudden the dad kicked him out and was like, we have to grieve. And remember how Ollie was like, no, like, I think I should be here for her, like, for the mom. And he was like, no. And so I think he kind of just accepted, like, oh, crap. And then he saw that the dad died, and then that's when he remembered that the mom went to that cafe and, like, showed up. I want to know how he put her on life support. What did you do? What did he do to do that?
I think he waited for time with that one because he had to get her, well, he had to isolate her enough so that she would give him the air. I don't know. I don't think he actually did anything. I think her health was just declining because she was getting older. Maybe. I don't actually know. I didn't think about that.
I feel like he did something because she, like, signed it over, and then he was like, oh, and then you got sick. Like, he said something like that. Or you, like, fell ill. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, because when it shows, like, the previews of flashbacks of how he contributed to, like, Venetia's and Felix's death and then unplugs her life support, I feel like it didn't show anything with her, and so I feel like and that's another thing, it didn't show anything with Sir James either.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like with those two people, it kind of shows that he didn't totally manipulate the situation. He just kind of like pounced when it was time.
I also don't understand how he pulled off Venetia's death too. Because did she fall asleep in the tub because she was so drunk and then he like...
No, so I was reading about that one because I was really confused. So do you remember how he was saying how Venetia was like so heartbroken for Felix's death that her life isn't even worth living? He obviously knew how to manipulate her mentally and emotionally, so he fed that into the conversation and he placed the blades next to her so then she would commit suicide.
She did that herself.
So he like mentally manipulated the situation, but he didn't actually kill her. But it doesn't make any sense though, because there's blood like everywhere. And it looks like there's almost like footprints or something. So maybe it's like him going to like check in on her to like see if she is dead.
Okay, so really he legitimately poisoned Felix.
Yes.
He mentally manipulated Venetia.
Yes.
And then the dad, I feel like the dad just randomly died or something.
Yeah.
And then I feel like he must have done something to the mom. I don't know.
I mean, if anything, he unplugged her life support. So
yeah.
he did technically kill her still.
Yeah. What a psycho.
When it first started filming and he was like talking as if it was like an interview, I thought it was him getting interviewed by like
the police,
a detective or something. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, he's gonna kill someone. So that's why I wasn't really shocked when Felix died. I was like, oh, it totally was Oliver that killed him. I don't know, but it just doesn't make sense because he was so in love with him. But then was he? I don't know, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I feel like he wanted his place, but then once he had his place, like, remember when he was talking to Venetia when she was in the tub and she was like, I can smell his cologne on you, and like, is that his underwear that you're wearing or something like that? I feel like once he was in Felix's place, he, like, it wasn't enough. Like, he needed more of their wealth and whatever else they had.
Yeah, he just wanted the inheritance. I don't know. Because, like, he had money. And if he really wanted money, Sir James offered, like, what amount will get you to leave.
Yeah.
So it's literally, like, he just wanted Saltburn.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense.
I don't want Saltburn. That place was a little bit creepy, not gonna lie. It's, like, really old European.
I know, and the decor and stuff. Not
my vibe.
Well, and to live out in the middle of nowhere, I don't know. Like, it's all fun until it's, like, not.
And also, it's only fun when there's other people there.
Yeah.
When it's, like, just by yourself.
You couldn't pay me enough to stay at a castle by myself. Ugh.
Yeah, that's actually my worst nightmare.
Yeah, that sounds horrifying. Ugh. Nope.
I just, like, how did he see Felix? Because also, it, like, did the flashbacks, and he saw Felix, and he came up with this whole elaborate plan, and then he, like, popped the hole in his tire so they would meet, and like he just kept like doing things like that, like getting Felix to pay for drinks at the bar to feel bad for him, and like, how did he come up with all that stuff? Or do you think it was just like step by step?
I don't know. I mean, maybe he had watched how Felix kind of took people under his wing, maybe. Did some research. I don't know. I actually don't know. I've wondered that too. Because that is a very elaborate plan, and everything had to work meticulously in order for it to work out the way it did. And it did in his favor, but
yeah,
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
I have a question for you.
What?
Do you think there was any actual genuine character in that movie?
What do you mean?
Like, was anyone actually genuine?
I feel like Farley was. I mean, he was a dick, but he was genuinely a dick.
True.
I don't know. I feel like he didn't really hide who he was.
Yeah, that's true.
He was trying to climb the social ladder as well, but he wasn't really like, I don't know. I feel like he kind of was. I feel like Venetia was to some extent.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't obviously advertising her mental and eating disorders and stuff, but I feel like she was trying to, I don't know. I feel like she kind of said what she thought most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know, because I almost feel like the dad was somewhat genuine sometimes, just because, I mean, I get the whole part where he's, like, trying to, like, not look at Felix's dead body and, like, just keep, but I think that was just trauma.
And I think that's just how they coped with
Yeah.
things.
But I think he was actually genuine, because he didn't really care about, like, I don't know, like, he was like, we need to grieve, like, you need to leave, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I do think that Farley was genuine, too, though.
Mhm.
He was just a butt.
Yeah. I mean, but to be fair, like, he saw Oliver for who he was at the very beginning. So honestly, if you were trying to steal things from either Farley or from Felix or from whoever, I mean, I don't know if I would have been nice to them either. What?
Back to everyone being seduced by Ollie, I don't understand that. Like, Felix literally hated him the whole time, and then Ollie sneaks into his room like a little creeper, jumps on him in the bed, and starts, like, rubbing his whatever, and, like, I just don't get
It
that.
doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense to me, because it's like you literally hated him 2 seconds ago, and then the next day he goes back to hating him.
Uh-huh. To be fair, I definitely thought Farley was gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I feel like Ollie just picked up on that and probably knew that he was probably, I don't know if he was closeted or not.
Like,
It kind of seems like it.
if you hated someone and they randomly in the middle of the night got in your bed and started doing things to you, I feel like I'd be like, get the hell out.
It's a classic haters to lovers story. Yeah? I don't know. That's like because I feel like there is this fine line sometimes. We've talked about this before, how we don't understand, like, hate sex and stuff like that, but some people do. And that's honestly kind of a turn on for some people. So I think in that scenario, it's taking that passion and that anger, and it was a surprise. And honestly, he was probably just tired and horny.
Just anyone.
Yeah,
He just
exactly.
wanted anyone.
Like,
yuck.
Yeah, it's weird, but
yeah.
I don't know.
And also, if Ollie loved Felix so much, why didn't he do something like that to him before he died? Like, why wouldn't he?
I know. They never even
explain.
Like, kissed or anything.
Yeah.
He just sucked up his bathwater. Like, that's literally the only thing that really happened between them. Like, when he was actually alive. I almost expected him to, like, do it to his dead body or something like that before.
Well, he basically was. He's doing it to his grave.
I know, but, like, Felix's body was just sitting there, and Ollie knew where it was.
For all we know, he coulda.
That's true. Isn't that also a weird kink? Obviously, it's
it's what is it called?
Serial killer thing, but
what is it? Something philia. What is that called? I need to look it up.
Is it necrophilia?
I think so.
I don't want to say that confidently because I don't want to sound stupid, but I'm pretty sure it's necrophilia.
Yeah, it's necrophilia.
Yeah.
Yucky.
Yeah, so that is a thing. So I'm kind of shocked he didn't do that.
Maybe they couldn't really show that in a movie. Like, maybe it was, like, frowned upon.
I don't know. I feel like
I hope it's frowned upon.
Yeah, but also other things in that movie and shown in other movies are also frowned upon. That, you know, they might just have to include a disclaimer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways, and the funny thing is that Ian walked in during the grave scene. Poor guy. Sorry.
What was he saying? He was like, I didn't expect to see, like, a wiener or something. Like,
he said, I wasn't expecting to see wiener on the screen. Oh, and then at the end, when he's, like, dancing around the house.
Just dancing and his floppers
just full peen, just flopping around while he's dancing.
For, like, 4 minutes. We were like, is this going to lead to anything now?
Which, I mean, like, do you, be free, but, like, I didn't want to see that.
I know. Yeah, it was weird. And it's just, like, after everything so unsettling had just happened, it's, like, him just, like, dancing around the house. It's like, what? I don't know. It's almost kind of, like, shallow. Like, it proves the point that he got the place to himself. He got what he wanted, but also it's, like, I don't know. I don't know how I would have done it differently, but I feel like I wouldn't have done that. I don't know.
He could have just been in undies.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Maybe it's for the shock factor.
Probably. I don't know. It's a weird film. Would you watch it again?
No. I prefer Wuthering Heights because I really like that one. I actually watched that with my sister the other day.
Oh,
she
you
hasn't
did?
seen it, yeah. And
She hasn't seen it?
No.
What'd she think?
She liked it, I think. Yeah, I just confirmed how much I like it too.
Yeah, you do like it?
I do.
I like kind of want to watch it again, even though I know I didn't like it at the time. But I'm like curious about it, and I kind of want to compare it now because it's the same director.
So much better than Saltburn.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's more story, you know, because I feel like Saltburn, you're like, what's even going on? Like, they're just hanging out.
Right.
Wuthering Heights, it's like, you're so invested.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. Going to Wuthering Heights, though, I feel like I've heard so many things. I mean, you never know, but just with how Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi were starting to, like, be codependent on each other, and I guess they would say that in interviews. They'd be like, yeah, like, I would start to find myself, like, acting like this, and I was like, you guys are literally turning into your characters, and that's terrifying. So, anyways, but they're both with people. Margot Robbie's married, and she has a baby. And then I don't know what Jacob Elordi. I think he was dating someone at the time. I don't know if he is now.
Isn't he? Okay, wait. Is he dating Kendall Jenner?
I don't know.
I've heard rumors, but I don't know if it's confirmed.
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyways,
that's Saltburn for you. If you have any thoughts, we want to hear them.
Or any other movie recommendations that we'll probably hate.
We have to finish watching 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
What are some other controversial movies?
I don't know. I feel like Saltburn was like the first that I can remember. It's like, oh my gosh, you have to watch this crazy movie.
Yeah, if you guys have any other movies for us, let us know.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
We might watch them.
Okay, let's clink. Clink.
What was that? You're like,
it's wet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for all my voice is leaving me. Thanks for watching or listening. Okay, bye.